Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Very honored. I come from a background of biology and music, and I'm developing an app with over 10 years of research on psychoacoustics and neuroacoustics. And I met this platform through Artizen, actually, that I've been building different things with. And just now, I've just started vibe coding a couple of months ago through the Ape Vibe Coding Camp. I'm so interested and just excited about what's possible and all the ideas that can be developed with this new technology. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I am very glad to be here. This is such an amazing platform. So I have been in biology, and through my background in art, I do artistic work. The last presentation was just mind blowing because the way to leverage creativity, that I feel that has been the strength of humanity, really, and to put two different strands of life together. This is what I do. I put science and art together, and so. I have been collecting sounds of the most pristine environments, say endangered biospheres of the planet for the last decade and more. And with this information, the data that I have been collecting, we have been uh, sourcing information of the wealth and the health of the ecosystems. And the way that I've been transplanting that into wellness for humanity is to play these sounds for people who have ailments of all kinds of um, depression and anxiety, suffering from sleep disorders. And so I am vouching for distributing these sounds in a way, in a scale that will help everybody tackle these issues of the nervous system. So can we pull up the presentation, please? Okay, the this app is my way to create a bridge from the spaces of the planet that are still very, very healthy and transplant them into our nervous system to create wellness and to create also a state of symbiosis um, with us and the environment we live in. It is true that a lot of the percentage of the human population does not have access to these sounds, which are proven to create wellness in specifically our circadian rhythm. Our circadian rhythm basically means we sleep at night, get resourced for the day ahead, and wake up with energy and clarity for being in an awakened state. Sound is known to be completely uh, creating patterns in our. I'm translating everything from Spanish, so please, I'm just a little bit taking my time. So, yeah, I'm Spanish speaker, so uh, sounds influence our brain and our brain patterns through a means of. And I need to take a moment. I need to take a moment. This means a lot to me. I have been working for over 10 years on this, and I realized that I'm able to bring these ideas into life through AI and the means of vibe coding not too long ago. And I am so excited about that. I'm very excited. I'm not a data analyst, but I am definitely a scientist that looks out for the wellness of humanity. So basically, I have been addressing a state of that modern people are overstimulated. We're stressed and disconnected from our own nature. And the sound of the environments are often harmful to the nervous system. Um, it is seen and known that sounds and urban noise and it really affects sleep quality. I entered my research through understanding better what can help us create a better sleep quality. And sound creates entrainment in our nervous system and our brainwave patterns. I'm going to go uh, so nature disconnection. And when I speak about nature, I speak about the biospheres and the biosystems that we have no access to because we live in modern urban cities. So we are getting higher mental risks of illness by not being exposed to healthy and regular sounds, and we're getting exposed to irregular sounds and creating more chaos, basically. There's an opportunity that I have realized that exists. I've been using these apps myself, Calm, Headspace, Inside Timer. People are using these as a means to create wellness, and not only wellness, but also creating a connection with themselves. Yes. Okay. All right. So I have been vibe coding. Um, Actually, you know what, guys? I can't do this because I'm forcing myself, and I come from an artistic background, and I'm just totally right now floored by the last presentation. And this means so much to me that I don't know how I'm going to be judged by the technical parts of it, but I want to really, really explain to you what I'm trying to create and the team that I'm putting together is about. Basically, Neuro Nature is the app that I'm creating in order to have 4 different kinds of programs that are the beta programs that will help people either who are having sleep disorders. That's one program. The other program is to have a clearer, relaxed mind. The third program is more for focus and attention. And the fourth program is to enhance an energy. These programs are very useful if they're used continuously for days at a time. They also work if we listen to them 10 minutes, but the longer term effect will happen, and if we're optimizing to create a very repetitive exposure. Let's say I am somebody who I'm living in the heart of an urban society, and I'm exposed to the train tracks, to the sounds of machinery around me, the traffic, etc. Well, there is going to be repercussion in my sleep. There is going to be a repercussion in the way that I wake up or that I go through the day. And many times I would have to drink a lot of coffee, for example. I've been one of these people. And honestly, this is why I'm creating this proposal. What's really special about it is that this app is can become more and more personalized as the user uses it. And there's something in the study of sound and neurobiology that is being developed. It's called neuro acoustics, and it's based on the biofeedback, the information that I provide a machine to analyze parts of my biodata, and then it goes into a system that can provide me with things that I'm missing or things that I have too much of in my nervous system. I am doing this by means right now of voice analysis. Further in time, I want to develop it with more wearables, like, for example, the Aura Ring, or the wearable of the watch, for example, that will measure my heart rate, etc. What's really special about this is that when I'm developing something that will take my voice in and analyze what is missing or what is resounding too much. This will need to be trained by everybody who uses it, because it will get more information and deliver better programming for you when you feed it your bioinformation with the voice. The very interesting part, and this is a bit ambitious, and I really love it because of that, is that the voice will have the voice analysis is led by also AI. The other part of this app is also manual. So let's say the AI is creating more personalized programs for your benefit, the more we train it. But I can also just hop onto the app over here and create my own sound mix. All of the sounds that I am uploading will live in a decentralized place called Filecoin. And not only that will be accessed by the app itself, but by users. And I would really like it to be more participatory, that people can abstract from that Filecoin decentralized system so that they are available. What's cool about the app itself is that it's kind of a DJ that will recompose all of those sounds and the frequencies that I am putting into that database. And I will continue feeding it, and other users will continue feeding it with the different sounds going through a process of classification and of real analysis of the quality of those sounds. Um, and they will be recomposed into these programs over here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and these are the 4 programs to start. So the way that this works is, first I do my voice check-in. I speak into the app. Then there's an AI analysis. I am studying and researching upon which ones I'm going to be using. For now, there are several different ones. One of them is called where is this? Open voice or open health. I don't remember. But anyway, there's many of them. TensorFlow also. Then the biofeedback loop happens. It refines the future sessions. And then there's an adaptive sound engine that generates the personalized sounds. There's another part of this that I am developing that will be able to be connected. So as users start becoming members of this, they will have the option to listen to the sounds play automatically in their sound systems at home in the morning, at specific times, so that it creates a regularity and that people don't even have to go into the app to put the play button in. This is important because then the user is already being delivered things to their own home. So this is as far as I have worked on this demo and the beta version. I have some users that are actually trying stuff out, and that they're filling some surveys at this time. I have about 25 to 30 so far. It's only been a month. So for the front end, I'm using V0 and Windsurf to deploy the user interface. I'm developing the smart contracts using Third Web. Yes, it's important to scale. The storage I spoke about was Filecoin. And for the voice analysis, I'm trying various different kinds of things right now, TensorFlow, and then developing my own web audio application. So basically, to wrap it up, the impact areas that this app addresses are mental health and nervous system regulation, cognitive optimization, and also environmental awareness through listening. Because essentially, I want people to get acquainted with parts of the world that are not very available for most of us to reach. For my market and audience, I have found out that there's a lot of different people already using these kinds of applications for their own wellness and biohacking. So the ages here, I wrote in 25 to 45, but it's well over those ages into more elder people that have expressed also a lot of interest to regulate their nervous system through sound. So and the retention challenge of my members for this app is that the personalization feature will grant them a lot more value and benefit than most other apps are out there. Yes, and this is my roadmap, which my next steps will be to integrate the wearables, and I've already launched the beta testing group, but there will be a beta membership as well. And I'm expanding the sound library. At the moment, I wish I could show you, but I have a lot of sounds already on the web as a library of sounds, but at this time, it's important for me to store them in a decentralized place that will be available forever, basically. And that's it. So, yes, I'm very excited about the feature of the biofeedback loop. And that's something that I have not found in any other applications, or something more user friendly. The neuroacoustics work that I mentioned is very high end, and it's not very usable for most people. And I want this technology to be available to many, many people for this. Thank you for that for this space. And yeah, I look forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Naoba. We can see that this is your lifetime work. We can see the glare in your eyes when you speak of it. I thought it was a great presentation, and now we can hear the judges.
Hey Naoba, really good presentation. My name is Shilpa. I'm one of the judges. I was really interested in learning more about the biofeedback loop. Can you tell me how you're using AI to make that feasible?
Yes, absolutely. Well, there are already technology developed for that. And basically, this is my initial research at the moment to find out how it's working, and taking some of those features to implement simple ways to make that available for other people. But specifically, how it's doing that, I can share that it happens just very much like other feedback mechanisms, where it's taking, for example, this particularity with the voice. It will take a lot of data and analyze it, and then have something to back it up with. Some other samples that have been uploaded already into it that define the features of calmness, define the features of nervousness, or and it will also take the analysis of the user's voice in particular, to see where the resonance, different frequencies of the voice in certain times of the day, or certain times of when this user is speaking, are missing, or other resonances and frequencies of the voice are augmented. So
Okay.
it does it from a perspective of comparison.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excellent presentation. You did amazing. And very interesting concept, right? Yes, I completely agree that we are so overstimulated. And despite apps like Calm and the others that you listed, I feel there's still a gap, right? Because I've been a user of Calm. You have to consciously think about what to play, right? What soundscape to activate. Something that adapts to how you're feeling. I think there's definitely a place for that, something like that in the market. And what I really liked is you had the technical details very thoroughly mapped out, right? So I will give kudos to you for that. And this does look a very functioning app. And I know there's lots more work to do, but um, feedback from my side is there's definitely need for something like this in the market. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Hey Naoba, I have a similar opinion like Nathan. So the presentation itself is so refreshing. I kind of like so being in New York and working in tech, I can completely resonate with this. Surrounded by buildings, sitting on a chair and sitting in front of a computer. And in fact, I've read somewhere even though Central Park is artificially made park, that's what keeps New Yorkers sane. So I can definitely see how this is going to help the tech community specifically. And I don't have any question. Just thank you for working on this tech. And you did really great. You didn't look like non-English speaker, and until you told me, so you did really well.
Thank you.
So it was a really good presentation, and I really second on the thoughts which other judges has given. Like, didn't feel like you are not speaking at the space like a first speaker or something like that. You were doing a great job, and you were expressing yourself with a lot of emotions. What you have done from the background, giving the different statistics, different thought process, different targets which you wanted to uh, uh, go on in the journey which you are progressing ahead. I had a couple of thoughts around that. First one was around, like, this is definitely a niche product. How are you thinking to copyright this? Because this is yours, right? You should not be in a space where someone is just picking up on your models, or maybe taking some of the things which you have built and reutilizing it, right? Second point was around how, I mean, there are a lot of wellness apps also present in the market which you have listed some of them. Do you think your app can also integrate with some of the other apps, so that it's not a standalone app, rather it is more integrated version? Think about it like you actually collaborate with Spotify and you bring this feature into Spotify. I think that would be more scalable versus you actually picking it up. It will take some time for you to go there, but for sure it will accelerate your roadmap in there. So just want to pick your thoughts on that.
Wow, thank you. Really, it gives me a lot of perspective. I hadn't thought about that. And yes, definitely. That the second question specifically, I didn't think about actually integrating it into other things that are already existing, but I'm quite open about that because the whole purpose is to reach as many people as possible. And my whole point of it all is to bring the message that the soundscapes of the planet where it is known that is the healthiest can be available to us and should be more available to us. And I would really love to have and start those conversations with the CEOs or human resources about that possibility. Really, yeah. Thank you for that.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey Naoba, this is Vivek. Very very amazing presentation. So I really like the entire idea, especially you coming from creative side, right? And then you are trying to approach mental wellness from a scientific angle, and then you're trying to blend in your creative angle too, right? I mean, kudos to you. I just had one question. I mean, you talked about getting different soundscapes and then catering to certain people, right? How are you actually validating them? Are you collaborating with any researchers to validate, like, this soundscape would be better for these people? Like, how are you validating those results?
Great question. Thank you. Well, I am part of a very broad network globally of scientists who are working with sound in different parts of the world. And I have over 15 years of work with this. So it's very interesting because there are different, how do you say, different scales of values that are attributed to different kinds of sound frequencies and times of day in different parts. So it's an analysis that has not ended, that continues to evolve and to be analyzed. Some scientists and researchers that I speak with have a big focus on emotion and are testing a lot of the different sounds of the world and different kinds of emotional impact in people. Other scientists are doing it a little more, let's say, actually, they're even working with veterinary clinics where they're testing sounds on animals and actually having information that has nothing to do with somebody trying to convince them about, helping animals and measuring data with electroencephalograms, brain, yes, grams. So there are various types of categories, and honestly, it's really hard to define on one ruler. Say this is for this is for that. That's why I thought of the solution of implementing something that will work personally for every person in a different way.
Makes
Yes.
sense. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and to validate, it's actually more about my beta user group at the beginning, and I plan to do that for a year at least minimum of them using it, and then comparing it with other studies of my colleagues and my own.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to make a question if you allows me. Do you feel like this is kind of detoxing app for people that are like, I feel like we are all waves in certain parts like of orientation, right? Particles and then waves and like micromanagement of the part, like molecular stuff like that, like minimal, right? And do you feel like you're trying to detoxing people with the good waves from bad waves of big cities, noise, like the same beat that is every music people are listening to it, or the same beat that are in TikTok, and then this is kind of make people away also from what we had in the first presentation that was oriented to creativity, and then we see like the same thing is going to over and over into the loop, same people trying to make the same music, and you try to make people to talk about this. Are such a goal for you?
It's a very interesting question, and I understand what you mean. The purpose of this study and the application is to regulate the circadian rhythm. So in a way, it is maybe in the perspective of detoxing has to do with emptying something, but the perspective of regulating is to reprogram in a way that is more functional and dynamic, that and effective for living in a healthy range.
Yeah,
And it
Bruce Lee.
regulates
Sorry.
regulates the circadian rhythm of a person, meaning I get tired and sleep at night, I wake up refreshed and purely energized. But yes, regulation is the word of the key here.
Yeah, when you say that you should empty first, remember about Bruce Lee say that you should empty your mind and be shapeless, and this is a good idea to have when you are trying to move from this like chaotic world in obviously getting to this circadian, because I guess capitalism works against this. So yeah, thank you for your presentation. It doesn't seem at all that you speak Spanish. Obrigado, gracias por todo.
Gracias
Es un
también.
placer tenerla acá. Entonces, se sienta bienvenida. Haga más veces, ¿ok?
Gracias, Peter. Gracias.